If there's one team in the NBA that's caught all of us by surprise this year, as far as overachieving our expectations for them, it has to be the Indiana Pacers. Over the course of these past few years, the Pacers have been stuck in the middle of the NBA, not contending for a championship, but also not rebuilding their team. But all that changed last year when they decided to blow up their team and build for the future. Despite the Pacers not being loaded with star power or an amazing proven players, they've made something from nothing and are starting to form one of the brightest futures out of any team in the NBA. But the question is, what do the Indiana Pacers have going for them right now? And how bright is their future? What's going on, guys? Bucket Media back with another video, and today we're talking about the Indiana Pacers and how bright is their future actually. Before getting started, I want to thank the sponsor of today's video, StubHub. StubHub is the #1 website in the world to buy or sell tickets to your favorite events, whether that be sport games and so many more events. StubHub has an easy-to-use website where you can easily find great ticket prices for whatever event you want to go to. Unfortunately, I don't live in Indiana, but I know all my Pacers fans in this video can find amazing deals to watch Tyrese Halliburton lead the Pacers to another win. Make sure to check the link in my description or the pinned comment to see if you find any great deals for you and help support my channel as we continue to grow. Also, check out the link in the pinned comment or description to find any exclusive deals on Indiana Pacers gear before they expire. If you have any video suggestions or requests, please drop a comment so I can put it on the list and create it. If you enjoy this video, please subscribe. It's by far the best way to support this channel and ensure you don't miss out on any great basketball content like this. Also, like the video and comment on what you think about the current Indiana Pacers roster. How good are they currently? How bright is their future? And if there are any moves they should make going forward. With that being said, let's dive straight into the video. Last year, the Pacers were stuck with a choice, and that choice was either to build around their roster they currently had constructed or to build for the future. When the Sacramento Kings made it known that they were extremely interested in trading for Pacers star Domantas Sabonis, so much that they were willing to give up Tyrese Halliburton for him, the Pacers jumped at it and made the blockbuster trade. Around this time, the Pacers also made a more minor deal by sending one of their best players, Tyrese LeVert, to the Cavs for future draft picks. These trades indicated the direction in which the Pacers were headed. As expected, Tyrese's numbers instantly improved when getting traded to the Pacers, but the production that came this season, not just from him, but their whole roster, was completely unprecedented. Halliburton has absolutely broken out into a legit NBA superstar and will likely make his first All-Star appearance this year to show for it. Tyrese is everything you want out of a star point guard. He's averaging a 20 and 10 double-double, currently along with 4 rebounds. He's also shooting close to 50, 40, 90 efficiencies across the chart and plays great defense, all while being 6'5". But Halliburton is not alone. The Pacers had an amazing NBA draft this past summer, in which the current rookies are performing great. Benedict Mathurin has been sensational, averaging 17 points a game off the bench and being the clear-cut second choice for Rookie of the Year. Nembhard has also been looking like one of the biggest steals of the draft, being picked up in the second round, averaging 8 points and 4 assists off the bench, and just had a 30-point performance earlier this season. Buddy Hield and Myles Turner have been two veterans, averaging around 18 points a game to help give more scoring options for the Pacers. The Pacers also have a pretty deep bench, with guys like Jalen Smith, Chris Duarte, and Isaiah Jackson off the bench. Overall, the Pacers are an extremely well-rounded team, but how exactly did they go from projected as one of the worst teams in the NBA before the season to being on pace to making the NBA playoffs? That's because of how well all the players on this team fit together. With Tyrese being the primary ball handler, his main scoring strength is driving to the basket. Pairing him with a 40% three-point shooters like Hield and Nembhard in the backcourt creates a load of drive and kick opportunities for this team if help defense clogs the lane. If the help doesn't decide to come, that's no problem for Halliburton, being that he's one of the best isolation scorers in the NBA. The Pacers also give Halliburton some great pick and roll options with Jackson and Turner, but also have guys like Mathurin who can come in and play in great defense while providing volume scoring consistently for the Pacers. The Pacers are also currently 12th in offensive and defensive rating, and considering how young the bulk of their team is, it's extremely impressive. With how the Pacers play, they don't necessarily need another star. Yes, it would be nice for them to land a guy like Victor Wembanyama in the draft, but by even getting a chance to get him, you would have to blow up the roster and tank the season. So with the Pacers not tanking for a high lottery pick this year, and not necessarily contending for a championship either, the question is, what's next? The Pacers need to keep filling out their roster with guys that will help them win now. They already have their superstar of the future in Tyrese Halliburton, and extremely promising rookie in Benedict Mathurin, along with a bunch of young or veteran role players who fit in perfectly with the system. They should keep looking to build their depth in the draft. This year, they have 3 first-round picks, being their own, the Cavs, and the Celtics, which will all be likely around the 20s range. Besides for their current draft situation, they also have the second most cap space in the entire NBA, behind the San Antonio Spurs, and the fact they were about to sign a guy like DeAndre Ayton makes me optimistic that they are capable of landing big name players in the free agency. And for most stars, the idea of playing with a young run and gun system like the Pacers is extremely intriguing. So by nailing on at least 2 out of the 3 first round picks this year, along with potentially finding another Andrew Nembhard type steal in the second round with their 2 second round picks they have, can help fill their bench exponentially. After that, finding a star in free agency and filling out the bench with more veterans that can help them win now can make the Pacers one of the deepest teams in the NBA. Another problem they will need to face is extending Myles Turner. Over the past couple of years, it's been up in the air for if the Pacers should extend him. I think the Pacers should look to extend Turner due to the fact that they aren't going to get any good deals in the market for him. And he's having a career year, being one of the biggest reasons why they were a top 5 team in the East. And his injury currently is showing just how valuable he is to this team, being that they're playing a little bit worse without him. But how high of a ceiling do the players on the Pacers currently have? For Tyrese Halliburton, he has the potential to be just as good as he wants to be. This year will be the start of a streak for at least the next 10 years, barring any injuries, where Halliburton makes the All-Star roster. I think his scoring game will improve year by year, and when adding more shooters to the roster, his assist numbers will go up as well. I can see Tyrese being a 28, 12, and 6 guy in his prime, and make numerous All-NBA teams going forward. If all goes well, he could be in tension one day for NBA MVP down the road if he keeps improving his game and helps push the Pacers to one of the best teams in the East. For Benedict Mathurin, I think he has all-star potential and will be one of the better co-stars in the NBA for years to come. The biggest improvement point for his game right now has to be his shot creation and ball handling overall. With Halliburton on the roster, those flaws won't be displayed as often, but in order for Ben to be the best player he can be, he must improve in those categories. If that's the case, I can see him being a second-tier star in the NBA in his prime, along with multiple features in all NBA defensive teams, and being a guy who could score well over 20 points a game in his prime. I can see guys like Andrew Nembhard, Isaiah Jackson, and Jalen Smith keep on improving in their games as they get more comfortable with the NBA game, and all being key pieces for this team as they build a future dynasty. The Pacers have the chance to build a Golden State Warriors-like dynasty with a main superstar, a few other stars, and a bunch of role players that complement each other very, very well, and all make each other's games look so much better than they actually are. Plus, the fact that this team is so young gives them so much potential and time to build a championship contender. Thank you guys so much for watching. If you made it to the end and you enjoyed this video, please subscribe. It is by far the best way to support me and help this channel grow. And I appreciate you so much if you're a returning or new subscriber. Make sure to check out the link in the pinned comment or description for the best way to buy tickets to all your favorite events at StubHub. Also, check the link in the pinned comment or description for some exclusive deals on Indiana Pacers gear before they expire. Stay tuned because we have something big coming soon since we hit 1,000 subscribers. If you haven't already, make sure you join the Discord link in the description. Like the video and comment on any video suggestions for the future or anything I could have done better. Also, comment on what you guys think about the Indiana Pacers currently and what they have building going into the future. Let's get a great basketball conversation started. I'll see you guys in the next video and have a blessed day. Peace.